All right, what's up, guys? So I gave up on the go-kart. That's done. We started working on this jet ski. I didn't think we were gonna work on this tonight, but my dad got a little ahead of himself. So we're actually got this Sea-Doo. This is an XP 657. We're gonna cut the hull in half and then eventually just get it down to the ride plate, right?
That's it.
I'm putting this in a John boat, so it's gonna be pretty badass. But
guts in the meat.
We just kind of got a little rambunctious, and then I was like, shit, we should probably record this. So let's get going. So we got her cut down. There's a pisser in the way. It's covered in shit. These pissers go straight, not sideways. Anyway, we got it cut out. Basically, they said we're putting this in a John boat, and the plan, if you haven't really went over yet, the plan, if you've ever seen the bottom of the jet ski, it's all mounted here. This is like the motor bed. This is the pump, and the nozzle is all right here. So you got your impeller, drive shaft. This is the nozzle trim. This has electric trim. We're gonna cut this right at this flat spot on both sides of the hull, straight up, and then cut a hole in a John boat and bolt that to the bottom. Basically just take this whole thing as it sits and put it right into a John boat, and then basically make a little helm to hold the controls and use all the factory controls, the throttle cable, all the factory wiring. This will actually pretty much be the bulkhead where the transom of the boat will sit. This is gonna, this from the nozzle back is actually gonna be outside the back of the boat. This is the electronics, you said?
No, that box over there is
that's the
brains,
computer and everything. So it's actually, this ski.
There is stuff in this one, but that's the brain one over there.
This ski actually runs. It did start up yesterday. It doesn't run good yet, but it will.
We'll fire it up now.
And we got two of these. We got another ski that is in pieces for the price of one. So we're trying to do this for a real cheap budget. This
under 500.
It'll be well under 500. For now, we got to come up with the rest of our game plan. Shut up.
It's that one over there.
That's the, this was blowing fuel out there where the manifold bolts on. There was bubbles coming out.
There's bubbles coming out right here too, I seen.
No, that was all from this.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it was a head gasket too. No, it looks like it's just this intake.
Is that where the fuel pump's at? Back here. Okay.
So the guy said that this thing bogs when you get on it, and if you just saw just fuel just leaking out of the intake, which means that that's probably why it doesn't run. This has to be turned on, Dad, because the intake is just has an air leak. Yeah. So we did get it running. We gotta look at the carbs tomorrow, but for tonight we cut the rest of it down. We're kind of down to like the fine tuning of the width of it. We've just got all the bulk off, which is out here, so that can go to the trash. All right, so we sealed this up. The O-ring was a little bit messed up, so we resealed it. Yeah, just for now, and make sure this thing runs. And if we also noticed that these guys had the choke all the way on. I don't know if you noticed, when we tried to start it yesterday, my dad covered the intake and this thing's still idled, which is shouldn't. So it's definitely getting way too much air, and that thing was messed up. So what we're gonna do is, now that it's resealed, we're gonna try and start this thing, get it running good. And we actually picked up a boat today, so we're moving right along on this. All right, let's give her a shot. One sec. Go ahead. It's definitely trying.
Oh, no, it wants to go. I'm convinced. I like that. Comfortable with cutting the whole fucking thing apart at this point.
Yeah. So now we got it running a little bit better, just a little bit. That was definitely part of the issue. So we're gonna order the gaskets to redo the intake. And I also lost a bolt, so we have to get that bolt because we were gonna delete the oil injection. The more we looked it up, these Sea-Doos are actually super reliable apparently for the oil injection, which is kind of rare. And it also oils like the rotor in there. This has like a rotor that actually blocks off the cylinders as it spins, but regardless, we're gonna cut this down now and basically make it to what we're actually gonna be putting into the boat.
Oh, somebody filled it with oil.
So we tried to start this other ski and the fucking thing had oil in it and it finally cranked. It was just clicking. It fucking shot the ceiling.
Fucking 14 feet in the air.
Dude, that thing, no, and it splatted. It didn't just hit, that was like, splat.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's looking
It's fucking everywhere.
Jesus, it's all over me. All over. Oh, you got the worst of it on his face, his glasses.
Fucking shirt.
It spins over though, Dad.
Look at my arm.
Oh, it got me.
Damn
Not
it.
as bad as you.
Fuck that
Shit, that was a good one.
Oh, look, that thing's filled to the fucking top.
Now, I bet you happened. Bet you something went wrong with that thing and it just
That
pumped,
oiler just drained
pumped
into the motor.
tank into the. That's why it was hydro locked. I bet you below the piston. Whew.
Let's try this.
No, I don't want to do that shit again. Whoa! You need to stop doing that.
It got me again. I felt
It's all over fucking everything. My drink's right here.
You gotta hold this thing, man.
I don't want to hold the rag.
Get the box.
Yes, Jesus
Spin
Christ.
this motherfucker.
It's dripping on us, Dad. Oh! Shit!
Empty now!
Holy hell! That's good enough. Let's take a peek at the damage. That was like getting shot with a paintball gun.
Look at it all.
Holy shit. Oh, this one's junk. My fucking screwdriver was in there, damn it. Holy
Why is it junk? It might still run.
Look at it! I don't want to mess with that.
That's two-cycle oil. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Jesus Christ. Fucking roof's
Fuck, I'm gonna
rain.
get a ladder now.
So what we're speculating here is that the oil system was somehow left open and all the oil from the tank, which is higher than the motor, ran into the crank. Basically, it was hydro locked, and once we finally got one of those pistons to go down, it just pumped that shit up. And it really had good compression. I mean, 14 feet of compression, but we've talked about it, what to do with this one. It's really rough cosmetically. It's just faded, got this mold and mildew on it. It's pretty much beat. So we're gonna make two boats, and we're gonna cut this one upside the other one. We're not gonna record that because we already cut it once. So we're gonna chop this thing up, have another engine skid ready to go, and try and get this one running too because it doesn't run. All right, we got the motor going back together. Some spark plugs that are just laying around. If the boot will reach, will it click on?
It was, that's how it was before when it sparked. So.
All right, so this thing actually has spark, which is like kind of miraculous. Because if we noticed on the water box, there's actually a water line. This thing was literally full of water sitting and oil, but we're gonna just try and pop it off starting fluid. Shit.
This button's bad.
Oh, it's not. Fucking thing runs.
That's what we wanted to know. Did it record it or not?
Yeah, we got it. We're still recording. So she's
Hey,
fired.
she a screaming motherfucker. I think we should put open headers on.
No, that thing's way too. It wouldn't make any power. So the carbs are still dicked. We need to get rebuilds probably for this one at least. That one might not need a rebuild, just a cleaning. But it actually runs. I mean, it's got no exhaust right now, so no back pressure, nothing to meter the air going in, but it does run. So this, I'm gonna just start calling these sleds. The sled of this one is gonna go in another boat. Maybe not right away, but we're gonna keep an eye out for a cheap boat to build this one up. That one's gonna be getting the boat real quick. And really this doesn't need a whole lot. We're gonna delete this because of the problem we had with the oil filling up. And otherwise most of this is still here. It just needs like a lot of love. So
And a cleaning.
and a good cleaning because it's disgusting. Even besides the oil we put in here, there's so much grunge in here. It's just is disgusting. Everything's bad. The motors, everything's gonna get freshened up. These are gonna be nice machines. They're not gonna be super ghetto. They're gonna be pretty decent. So yeah, be nice painted, cleaned up, probably wrapped eventually, but we'll get there. Pretty much just working on the final bits of this ski. Really not much. We got to get some parts for this one. Clean the carbs, get some gaskets and stuff. But there's definitely gonna be 2 boats. We just got the other boat unloaded. We'll show you guys that in the next video. But that's it for this one. So stay tuned. Next video, we're definitely gonna be putting this bottom of this guy into the boat, no matter how we end up doing it. But you guys will see. We're definitely doing that next video. And that's it. Stay tuned.